So this is a follow-up to the major walkthrough that I just did. We are running a 4-man on this one, so you'll kind of get to see the actual mechanics in action. So I am on fishing. I've got all my stuff. We're good to go. Ready. So we're just waiting. You can kind of see the group leader up here in the corner. We're just waiting on the other, making sure I'm muted. Yes. We're just waiting on the other people to note that they're ready, and we're good to go. Doo-doo-doo. So while we're waiting, in a 4-man group, you usually have somebody who's hanging out here. Oh, sounds like we're about to start. So here we go. So this is started. You can kind of see the timer up here. So the very first thing that we're going to focus on are the mechanics. At 10, 11, 12 seconds, I'm going to walk away from this node, and then I'm going to walk back. What that does is it places the first smoke away from the shiny node, so I have a better chance of gathering more items. The next mechanic is going to be fairy rings. Watch out under your feet. They will teleport you. Move to a different node, or take 1 or 2 steps away and then walk back. The next mechanic is going to be blobs. I highly recommend having your crystal mask up if you have it at this point, because that way you can just tank the blob. You don't have to worry about running away. See, I just tanked it. My crystal mask shattered. I'm going to reset it. Next one is going to be smoke again, so run to the next shiny node. If it happens, run away. Move away from the smoke. Next mechanic is going to be a red blob that will freeze you in place when it hits you. Either walk away before or hit freedom to release yourself. I hit freedom. The next mechanic is going to be a sticky fungus. When the sticky fungus comes up, click at your feet to remove it. And you'll burn it away with your protein logs. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. So that one missed you. So I almost have 16 items in my... Whoop, there's smoke, so the mechanics repeat, basically. Once you hit that sticky fungus, your mechanics are going to repeat. So it's just rinse, repeat, do everything else. Watch out for these nodes. There's the fairy ring. I have 15 items in here. I want to add 1 more to the deposit box so that just in case they get rot, they have some extras. All right, here we go again. There's the blob. I have my crystal mask up. Excellent. Reset my crystal mask. And it really is just rinse and repeat. All right, so smoke is going to come up next. I am moving, so it actually puts it in a different spot. Excellent. And you can kind of see my green bar here. This is called phasing the node. I'm not going very fast because I'm actually trying to do multiple things at once. Oh, here we go, red. So I've hit freedom. Now you'll see people running to the middle. This is a very good way to kind of get up here. There's the sticky fungus. Click at your feet to remove the sticky fungus. This is a mechanic that happens every other time. This is called the energy fungus. You want to get up here with your team and you want to clear it. Usually somebody will say mid, and everybody will run to the middle to clear that. And now we just have rinse and repeat. So you can kind of see I'm still filling my second run. So you want to gather 16, deposit, then gather your next 16. Here comes the smoke, move. Next is going to be fairy ring teleports. Watch your feet. Take either 1 step away or go to the other node. I'm going to take 1 step away because that's a shiny node and I want to stay on it. You can see I've almost got 16, but I haven't phased my node, so I need to stay here until I phase my node. Everybody else is kind of moving already, so. Philly is being awesome, so Philly just jumped in here and she's helping me to phase my node, which is amazing. She's incredible. Awesome. So now I have my 16, and I'm avoiding mechanics, so now I'm going to make my 2 counterclockwise run. So I'm going to click on just the sparkly mushrooms, because these are the safe mushrooms. Remember, if you click on the other ones, it's going to hurt, and your crystal mask will not help you in here. All right, this is the sticky fungus again. Watch your feet. You can see this statue already has some resources up at the top. All right, I did not get sticky fungus, so I am good. I'm going to surge double surge through here. I'm going to deposit my stuff. All right, so that's my 15 deposited. I'm going to pick up 16 from wood cutting out of here. Excellent, and I'm going to run my next counterclockwise. Again, remember, you're avoiding mechanics during all of this, so you could get smoke dropped on you, you could get the blobs drop in here. Just be careful and keep your eyes up for your mechanics. See, there was a blob. It almost landed right on me, so that's why I always have my crystal mask up. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to gather more resources so that I can rot this node, which is what you do in 4-man. So I'm clicking on the guards. I'm actually going to the resources that are around this node because it has been phased. It has all 3 nodes dead, but I don't want it to reassemble. Basically. Okay, so I'm going to run up to the mid because that was another every other. Typically in 4-man, you'll do 2 energy fungus. I'm going to clear the ones at my feet. You'll do 2 energy fungus so that you get points. And if you hit that 400 threshold, you get good chance of drops. Now look up here in the enrage. We're only at 57%, which is really good for a 4-man. So I'm not too worried about my statue because I have an artificer's measure, and I'll talk about that in a second. So here we go. Mechanics are repeating again. So smoke. Next is going to be fairy rings. And I'm watching how many I have down here so I can route them. Oop, there's the fairy rings. I'm going to move. All right, so I have 5. So I'm going to go ahead and rot. Once I have 10 rot, I'm going to click on this, which rots it. I'm going to switch to my artificer's measure, which is going to make this so much faster. All right, so you see now I'm restoring my statue because it has all of its resources there. My artificer's measure is really nice because it actually So in my headphones, somebody recommended that I gather 8 rots from my fishing node to start. Yes, that's a definite way that I do it usually. This one I was just a little bit more focused on doing the video and showing you the mechanics, so I wasn't doing as much. So this one you can see I'm almost restored. They're all restored. They're ready to prey. I'm catching up. I'm going to move so I don't get smoked. The good thing about the artificer's measure, like I was saying, is I hit 3 for every time it procs or it comes up, which is really, really nice so that I can quickly restore when I'm the one that's behind. So you'll kind of see this bar is almost up. I'm still having to avoid the mechanics. Oh, you can kind of see 2 people got hit by the blob there. I had my crystal mask up. And now we're going to pray. Once you pray, the skirt comes up. And this is where we start the attack. All right. So here we go. Because I have my fishing stuff on, I'm going to boost my fishing cape. Now here comes an interesting mechanic. You're going to see 3 kinds of fungus. Red, do not click. You can kind of see those red bubbles. Don't click when those come up. If you see green or yellow, do click because that makes sure that you're doing extra damage to the boss. When you come to this middle, make sure that you are completely restored on your stats. That is going to make sure you're doing the maximum amount of damage. And just go for it. You can kind of see the boss up here. Oh, there's yellow. I click. I do extra damage. And I'll zoom out here so you can kind of see. See all that? The green 1000s, that's green bubbles. I just got some. Everybody's doing really good damage. He's only at 77%. This is a timer. This blue bar right here, we have plenty of time. So green. Yep, here we go. We're going to get some rewards. Let's see. All right. So there we go. Imperial Spy got a manuscript. I had 392 points, so it was great. And then I'm going to come back down to my node. And that is a 4-man run. It's really easy once you get the timing down, once you understand the mechanics. It's really easy to do these. If you have a great team, even better. So thanks for watching.